Shut up and sit down.
Are you recording? Yeah.
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another video with Mac Morris. Of course, I'm your host, Mac Morris, and today we are talking about braid outs versus twist outs. Now, before we even get into the differences, let me just say I love them both. I think they both serve important purposes within my own life, but then also for other people too. But I think some of the key differences between them is the reason that you'll figure out when is the best to use one over the other. One's easier if I'm just getting started with my hair, if I've been doing this a while. These are also partly my opinions too, so feel free to, take everything I say with a grain of salt. So what I'll do is I'll go over braid out differences, and then right now I currently have my hair twisted up, so I'll show you guys what that result looks like. This was the twist that I did from when I trimmed my hair. If you haven't checked that video out now, go check it out. Trim my hair. I took about, stretched about 2 inches without stretching, probably about 1 inch. And then you guys can see what that result looks like. A lot of people were concerned that I took off too much, but this is spray, right? I mean, I still think I'm like, right now, and if I messed it up, then it's not my shit. It's right out the corner. So let's get into it. So number one key difference for a braid out is I call it an elongated style. So comparably to twist out, if you're braiding your hair, it's gonna be noticeably longer than what you have with a twist. So I'll take one of these out real quick. Right now, you can see my hair looks pretty short right now, okay? To most, like it's shorter than what it typically would look if it was just a braid out, right? If you were braided, it'd probably be sitting like down here. So if you want a style that shows your length, braid outs are probably your move to do. And not only will it look longer when your hair is actually in the braids, but when you take them out, it'll also sit longer. When I take these out, what you guys will see, it'll be very curly, but it's already shrunk up from the shrinkage that I already have from when it's sat. So if you're looking for styles that is gonna show off your length, braid outs are probably your move to make. Number two, I think, and I mean, maybe it's just the means that I do, but comparably to twist outs, I think braids last a lot longer, and you guys probably know that as well. The reason being is that typically your braids are a lot tighter than what your twist outs would be. Like if I had braid outs, I would not be able to do this, right? But with twist outs, I can do this. Like it shows the springiness that you have with your hair. So with the braid out, it's gonna last a lot longer. So if you're looking for something that's completely low maintenance, the only thing you really have to worry about is your scalp, braid outs are probably gonna be your move. Versus if you have twist outs, you can easily start to see that it'll start to loosen up where your twists start, and it'll be a little more unruly before a braid out would. So comparably, if you're looking for something that's gonna last longer, braid outs are probably move too. Final difference for the braid out is, personally, I think it's a cleaner look. So the reason I say cleaner is because you can do some awesome designs with braid outs. And granted, you can do relatively cool designs with twist outs, but typically I don't focus that much on like how the design looks on your scalp. Everyone knows with braids, especially there's a big trend right now with guys doing the main 2 braids or a couple braids that go back into like a little ponytail or a bun in the back. You can't do that with a twist out, where it's not gonna look as good. And the cleanness of the braids, especially if you have someone who knows what they're doing, it's gonna look a lot better. So I think it's just a cleaner look in general, and I encourage people to really just try it out. When I switched over to braid outs or doing braids, I was like, yeah, it kind of looks a lot better. I don't know. Kind of made it look a little tougher. Maybe I'm just talking. But in general, it's a lot cleaner. Again, my opinion. But I think a lot of people would agree, especially, like I said, if it's someone that knows what they're doing. All right, hopefully I did not completely throw twist outs out of the window with everything I just said. So let me talk about some really good things about twist outs. Number one, they're a lot easier to do. Comparably, I mean, think about it. With twists, it's literally 2 strands. You only have to break these sections up, 2 strands, blah, 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 down, right? With braids, you have to do the 3, and then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, make sure you don't mess up your fingers. And then if you mess up a single part on a braid, you got a little bump hanging out, and good luck, you gotta redo it. The cleaner's all the way out the door. So comparably, twist outs take less time and are a lot easier to do, especially if you're just starting to learn how to do your hair in general. Twist outs are your move, for sure. On that same note, as I mentioned earlier, twist outs are very springy, which can be a very good thing. Let's say I have a style that, if I have a braid out, my hair is, whatever length it is, it's staying in that length. Right now, okay, cool, my hair's sitting, I'm good, I can leave it in this length. Or if I have a certain like twist or style I'm looking for, I can easily pull my hair out and it stretch out and it still be good, right? Like it's still gonna hold pretty well. So if you have styles that you really wanna switch up, be kind of flexible with, twists are gonna be your move because like I said, they're springy, they bounce back into place, like you can take it out, they don't hold the shape that harder. So if you're looking to be more creative, I think twists are not only easier to do, but you can do a lot more styles with. The springiness is very helpful in letting you be creative with it. And I basically already touched on the third point, which was that it's easier to style. So like I said, comparably, when you got those braids down, they ain't really moving. Like you can braid them up or twist them up one another and they'll leave a little bit of curl on them. But like I said, once it's in that braid, like that's it, unless you take the braid out, right? Like I said, with the braids going back into the bun, you're not taking those braids out. Versus if I do something with these, or I want to braid these down, I could do something different tomorrow and it still look the same. I take them out, they will look exactly like this. So with the twist outs, they're a lot easier to style, very springy. It's a good look. It allows you to be a lot more creative and they're super easy to do. So if you're just looking for something quick and simple, gotta get out, that's your move to make. Now, with all that being said, I'm going to undo these real quick so you guys can see what the final product looks like and what a twist out actually looks like. So give me 1 second, be right back. All right, everybody, so just took all my twist out. This is the final result. It turned out pretty well. I think it looks really good. Like I said, it's gonna sit wherever when you take the twist out, but you can stretch them to whatever length that you need. Like it's still pretty long. It's kind of funny, my hair comes like one of those wigs right now. But yeah, like I said, with the twist, it's gonna be a lot more shrunken up. You're gonna have a lot more bouncy to it. Versus like something a braid out would do. If I took the braids out, it would just be a lot more elongated, not as springy and whatnot. So thanks for checking out the video. Hopefully this guys help you decide should I go twist out, should I go braid out route. I might do a simple one like with just the braid one-on-one, what that looks like, because I already have a twist out one. But other than that, thanks for checking it out. Hope to see you on the next video. Thanks, y'all.